Hi everyone, welcome to this video. It is already the afternoon, which is not when I typically start a YouTube video. I usually try to begin in the morning, but I had a pretty busy morning doing some stuff for my shop, like post office stuff, and then I had to go to physical therapy, which is going okay, but it just kind of annoys me that it's in the middle of the day. And I just got home and I have some work that I want to finish up or, work on for the rest of the day. And I thought I would share that with you and also maybe cook dinner here for YouTube. Before I get to that, some of the projects that I want to spend time on are, I've been working on this folksy shirt. This is another shirt by the brand Flax. I probably got this on ThredUp or otherwise it was thrifted, but I've had this shirt for a while and I kind of bought it for myself before I realized that I don't really wear black, or I don't really gravitate towards the black clothing in my closet. So this got moved to the embroidery pile and it's kind of just been sitting around waiting for me to work on it, and then I decided to do some folksy flower shapes and I'm almost done with this. I've been trying to film short bursts of the process so that I could make a YouTube short or an Instagram reel. So I'd like to complete that and finish the little short form video for this one. And I only have a little bit more to go. So I'm definitely gonna work on this. And then after I do that, I have this blue button down that I also thrifted. This one kind of stumped me about what I wanted to do for it. And I actually, at one point, decided maybe I'll just redonate it instead of try to embroider it, or maybe I'll put it upstairs and try to do some kind of applique thing on it. And I've been going through one of my favorite books, which is this Gustav Klimt book with 25 masterworks. I've just been looking through it and also just looking at the cover of it. This definitely inspired some of the shapes on here. And I was thinking it'd be fun to come up with a simple motif for the blue button-down shirt, and maybe I will pull from this little patchwork the swirls and then the circles or like ovals. So maybe I'll draw that out on the blue shirt. Shouldn't take too long. And then I also might have some beading upstairs that I can work on, but we shall see how much I get done, because to me 2:30 seems pretty late to start working on stuff, so my expectations are already kind of low. Also, Lewis and I traveled this past weekend to visit friends in Rhode Island, so our week is a little bit thrown off, or at least my week is thrown off, because I'm a very routine-oriented person and I love doing things like traveling, but then when I'm back at home, it takes me a moment to sort of like catch up and get back into my groove. So yeah, I'm just going to get back to embroidering. I'll show you what else I end up doing and also what I end up cooking for dinner. Here's how this came out. So I'm going to take some photos so that I can put this in my Etsy. It kind of reminds me of Mary Engelbrett, if you know that artist. She was one of my mom's favorites growing up. And I also need to film a little bit of an ending for my reel and YouTube short that I'm making. And then when I'm done with that, I'm going to move on to drawing on my blue shirt. Drew keeps interrupting me. I feel like I have to eat stuff like this either the day I get it from Trader Joe's or the day after we get it, which would be today, because they go bad so quickly. I'm also trying to snack on vegetables before dinner more often because I feel like I don't eat enough vegetables in a full day. Before I get into embroidering, I'm going to start reading Bel Canto, which was a gift from friends who I'm seeing this weekend, so I want to be able to have started the book that they gave me. I've also been reading How Music Works by David Byrne. I love David Byrne. I love the Talking Heads. This was Lewis's book, but my sister was talking about it the other day and how much she liked it. So yeah, I started reading this and I like it too. It does get a bit like, well, not academic, but it goes into the history of music. When I was reading it, I was feeling kind of sleepy, but I do really enjoy the aspects of it that are more like memoir and talking about CBGBs and the music scene from the 70s going into the 80s and whatnot. And I've only just begun, so I'm excited to see what the rest of this has in it. This got really messy, kind of weird, but I'm gonna follow through anyways and probably stitch the lines in black and then the circles in red, but we'll see. First, I'm gonna make some tofu. I'm also gonna make some white rice. And then I think the vision for tonight's meal is going to be sauteed vegetables. I think I have cauliflower in the fridge, like onions, carrots, celery, cauliflower. I have some potatoes left over from last night. These are roasted potatoes. I'll throw those in anyways. I think what I'll do is cook all the vegetables in a pan, and then I think I'll add like curry seasoning and cook it like that, and then throw in some coconut milk if we have any. I should probably check. It'll be kind of like a makeshift curry with rice, tofu. I think we have some frozen naan in our freezer. So that's what's gonna be for dinner. For the tofu, I decided to cut it into cubes. I'm going to preheat my oven to like 410 or 420, something like quite high. I'm gonna cook the tofu in the oven. Because it's super firm, it can get pretty crispy. And I'm also going to do a curry spiced tofu, maybe with some nutritional yeast. So I'm gonna throw this in a bowl. And I just like to eyeball the stuff that I throw on top. I'm going to add some olive oil, just a splash, some salt and pepper. I'm going to add lots of nutritional yeast. I like to add a splash of tamari, just a tiny bit of cornstarch to help it get crispy. And then this is a curry powder that I made. I think that there is ginger, there is cumin, probably some garam masala, turmeric, I don't know, maybe garlic, but I'm just going to sprinkle a good amount on here. And I'll keep this out because I'm gonna cook the vegetables in it.
some